Illusion City, Ganei Toshi for the MSX. Now, now I got it right. Alright, let's go straight into the game, right? I have it prepared right here, I can just load and we can go. Ah yeah, the squeaky song, I forgot. I'm sure this music is going to haunt my dreams one of these days, but it hasn't happened yet. The distraction command. It's actually kind of cool. Alright, so we have the issue here that we got freaking the little girl, and the little girl has 10 HP and no equipment. Why is she here? I have no idea. I don't know if I want to be in this town. The ones in this town will pay for all of this. People who don't believe in the teachings of the Motian sect can all go to hell. Alright, respectfully disagree. I don't mean respectfully. Screw you. That guy's a messiah. I have no respect for messiahs. They say this is a town without any women and children at all. That's right, it's because this is a town of migrant workers. Are you telling me women don't work? Even in unmanned factories, maintenance is a man's job. What? If they have no men, they still have men? Even the unmanned factories are full of men. Follow my cult or die. Like, look, I don't like messiahs or Gaians. I've made that very clear. But at least the Gaians are more honest. Like, it's all shit. Join us in the all shitness. The messiahs are, no, we're so much better. Join us and also be better. The messiahs are sanctimonious. Screw them. Work hard, then hit the beach with your bros and speedos. No girls to drink. Well, some people actually didn't read that. We're in this town to get those border jobs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, Battle Mario. And if that's what floats your boat, that's a very sexy boat, I suppose. Enjoy yourself. You say this is a town without any... Oh, you're telling... Okay, they both have the same dialogue. They are both very happy looking at each other in the eye. There's only men here. Yes, there's only men in here. If only Illusion City were real. Yeah. Living the dream over here. I saw many combat robots being brought inside the factory. It's probably a precaution against the recent continuous onslaught of terrorist attacks. I'm trying to leave, sir. Can you leave me alone? The weapons cellar and the pharmacy should be up here. The hotel is a little to the southwest, down this way. Oh, fancy. Alright, I'm not going there. I don't think there's anything for us in this town. I mean, it might have a lift that we can't use. I have to go to the factory that is outside of town. I'm just taking a brief look, see if I'm missing anything in here. Hello there, Musife. Yeah, Gopert's sexy stare. Your best channel for Brazilians in Speedos. You already got the Brazilians, that's as close as you're gonna get, I'm sorry. Supervisor of the industrial area is called Yao Gangfei, the princess of the Steel Demons. The one with the weird face armor. An important fact is that 3 combat robots are put on guard duty to protect her at all times. No one has ever seen her true face. She ugly. Close enough. Yeah, there you go. I mean, especially one that is this hairy. Fancy hair. It's not all here. It's not even half here. I'm gonna have so much hair, chat. It's gonna be... I'm gonna have a mane. A flowing mane. No. Me not a legal worker. This is see, me have a properly residence permit of Chonglong. It no fake. I have to enable the transparency. Hang on. He's hiding. He's hiding something. Chad, maybe his permit is fake. A lot of the workers in this town came here with a fake pass. You guys probably are just like them, aren't you? Yep. No, we're so fake workers we don't even work. Such fakeness, much working. These guys are still going on about, that's right, no women! Screw women, I don't like them. These people. Oh, I managed to get one of the characters stuck behind the NPC. Oh, she warped back. Okay, where's the exit though? It's probably over here. Right? Screaming. Okay, be right back. I'm busy screwing women. Yeah, good use of your time. Wait, how do I leave? Oh, it was a lift that got us here. Okay, I have to find the lift. See, I can't remember. I just don't remember where the lift actually was. I think some of these parts of town are supposed to be unreachable. Like, it looks for, like, from on top it looks like there's more stuff beyond the walls, but I don't think you can get there. I think I saw sections like that before. The lift was not up here, right? Slow down. Man, and then I have to walk all the way back from here. No, here's the lift. I've heard a female SIVA executive called Art Lightning is now arrived in the industrial area. Her face, I have the feeling I saw a very similar one somewhere before. If I remember correctly, it was one time at a Bowie Live concert. Really? Because she has... Yeah, I know who they're talking about. Wait, but this isn't the lift. Yeah, this is squeaky music. Oh no, you can go down here. I very much want to return home to my wife and daughter, but there's nothing I can do to make that happen if I don't work here. Where be the lift? Is this it? I think it is. Yep. By the way, because people were complaining, I'm back to Tiny Soda. It's not tiny bottle, it's tiny can. I couldn't find tiny bottle, but it's Tiny Soda again. This is what? 200 milliliters. It's very little soda. And then maybe I can go an entire stream without hitting the bathroom. One can hope. Now, can I finish a fight with the girl alive just to see if she levels up? Nope, because they're going straight for her first. Dead. I'm pretty sure I can't change the formation, so I can't move her elsewhere so she doesn't get attacked like that. The anime designs in this game are out of control. There's a lot of variety. That thing has an eye right in the middle of its belly. Okay, and she's dead again. I really would like for her to survive just one fight, see if she gains like 100 levels. I could try maybe going back and finding a place with... Okay, it's defending. Do I have any magic? that could defend her. I don't think I do. I could. Well, I sold. She's very slow, so she hasn't even had the chance to defend. There was an item that can protect you from a few attacks, but I sold it. I could buy a new one. Maybe that would fix things. I mean, for now it's only defending. Ome hasn't been able to do anything yet. Ah! I have to keep trying though. Maybe one of these days it is going to work, right? Maybe I can equip those death items on her because they seem to do a lot of defense. A comfy strength to accompany your leveling a filthy wizard. Yeah, god damn it. Jankito. Look, if you wanted to cast spells, you already had a way to do that without being filthy. It's called a cleric. Okay, you put on a plate armor, you grab a warhammer, I'll let you cast Turn Undead. There you go. That's acceptable. Alright, I'm gonna put a fucking dress and hold a wooden stick. Get out of here. Oncoming Jankito. Smart as AI knows exactly who has the lowest HP. Yeah, they usually go for the other lady. It's Senor Cupcake. Yes, that's me. Welcoming Happy Cakes. I'm gonna try equipping her with the death stuff. See if it keeps her alive. A death ring and a death mask. That gives her a lot of defense. Oh, she's... Ah, it does damage. This is complicated. So what I can do... Look. Is this very advanced. But I can also cast... No, bad. Yes, precisely. No, look, it's... Clerics are okay. Clerics are just warriors with silly rules, I can accept that. And then they have extra utility, right? Their focus is on being big, buff, armored dudes with big ass fucking blunt weapons. That earns them enough respect to heal people every now and again. Right, but the moment you're like, hey, fireball! Come on. Wizards can heal too, but the reverse heal. I mean, clerics can heal undead and kill them too. No need to hear the enemies exist. That's a way better way to do it as well. Yes, thank you. I never said clerics were efficient. Alright, so what I have to do here is walking. Wait. Enemy is coming. Now I equip the shit on her and I don't move so she doesn't die. The enemy touches me, she's still alive, she has a lot of defense. And now he's not attacking her. It worked! Not the way I expected, but it worked. We're getting creative. We're manipulating the game mechanics. Oh. Nice. And this is fun. This kind of game mechanic manipulation is so fucking fun. Like it's like tiny little puzzle to solve. She got 5 levels! Fuck yeah! Now we stand still because I'm pretty sure there's another enemy coming. Yep. Can you tell how happy I am? Oh, she's confused because of the item she's equipping. So one of those items does damage over time, the other gets her confused, but she's effectively immune. I should figure out which one is which, because you don't take damage during the fight, so equipping one of those before a boss fight is a very good idea. Always. And yeah, she did a little attack with her dainty little claws. Who did she attack? She missed. That animation is pretty cool. I don't think I remember that animation. I mean, I don't think she's ever been in the party, actually. Alright, and she leveled up again. Fine, we're fine. Now, I want to figure out which is the one that does the damage. Is it the ring or the mask? One does damage, the other gets confused. So let me see. She has 86. That's a lot more now. So she's full. If I walk, does she take damage? No. But she should be confused. Let me write that down. That mask is confusion, and that ring is damage over time. Right, and I want to get into another battle, see if she's confused, just to confirm that information. You're thinking recently that with more RPGs will leave the typical sword and sorcery fantasy settings. Square keeps making those HD 2D games need to diversify the settings. You guys retro Japanese PCs are hoarding all the different settings for these games. I mean, you guys know I'm a big fan of Cyberpunk in general. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest, in general, sword and sorcery is where I prefer to be at. In general. As much as I like Cyberpunk, for example, I still want like more than half of my RPGs to be sword and sorcery. But yeah, I think there is plenty of space to go to different stuff. You can do sword and sorcery plus Cyberpunk plus Steampunk and others. It's possible. But if you're talking about like say Square Enix, like they're gonna play it safe. They're not gonna be doing, oh, here is a freaking gigantic, amazing JRPG where you play as a cat, a stray cat. That's not... She's not confused. Is it a chance of being confused? Because she still has full health. Leave Alive was so cool because it had such variety. I'm very curious about that game. Was it released on Steam not too long ago? I know it has a Switch version, the remake has a Switch version. Is the remake on Steam as well? It is okay. Then it's probably on my wish list. And it is on my wish list, yes. And I type Live Alive in Steam and it shows me Long Live the Cat Girls. And Slow Living with Princess. What else? Okay, I think that's the meme-worthy stuff I can find. Long live cat girls. Okay, she is confused, so the mask causes confusion, it's just not guaranteed. Might take a while to settle. But does it provide enough defense? It does! Right, so both of those items provide you a lot of defense. One of them gets confused, like I don't care if she's confused, I don't care if she attacks the other people. Her damage is mediocre as well. The way it unfolds is wild. Makes me want to go back to... what's its face? Octopath Traveler. I dropped it, and I think I need to... Yeah, look, she scratched Tyrian's butt. He's asking for more. I dropped that game, but I feel like if I played, I know it has like the story so far feature, but I might have to start from the beginning. And that game feels like it's like 100 hours long. Speaking of Cyberpunk, have I heard of NASA Punk? No. Is that like Cyberpunk in space? Or just everyone dresses as an astronaut or something? I wish. I'm getting distracted by other shit. Yeah, scratch my butt, thank you. Right? I don't know if this is like the intended way to level her, or if you just expect her to get lucky, but I mean, I'm glad it gives us... You do have to experiment a bunch, but I'm glad, yeah, it did 1 damage to itself. I'm glad it's giving us the tools to do that, more or less, although the punk aspect is very loose. Yeah, I would imagine, yes. Just some dude in an astronaut suit pulls his helmet open, smokes a cigarette. Fucking corpos, man. And it's all ripped. National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Punk. There you go. The punks need to be administered. So I'm both exploring and leveling her up. And getting money. Which I could use, go back and buy equipment for her. Oh, new enemy. What is this? Yi Lima. I like how the enemies on each dungeon are thematic to that dungeon. Like the previous dungeon had like stone guys, this one is like fire robots. Even if there isn't like a lot of varieties, 2 or 3 enemies per dungeon, but they still are thematically sound. 16 damage! Air, be silent, he missed. Okay. You wish fish could smoke cigarettes. What would you gain from that? Oh, are you a fish? Oh no. Then I get it. Help protect me. Defense power increased. You are a fish. All right, no, that's fine. Can I get a glub? That's not related. Right, you want your brethren to be able to smoke. It's not for you specifically because you're very health conscious. Got it. Glub, thank you. Glub, and a little shake of the ass. Hang on, I'm gonna pause the timer. Resume timer. I think I might have made that joke before.
He has seen the future, and it's not real.
It's not real. It's fake. And that's not the future, that's the past. We have a fun saying down here. When you want to talk about someone who has done some lousy shit, and it's like a playful, joking kind of thing to say. You say your past condemns you. That's me to happy cakes. Like you come in here, you go all glove glove, but yeah, your past condemns you. Oh there, oh Jesus, it's gonna be rough. It's full of fish. The future is fishy. Yes. I did. All right. I'm glad people remember. That's a very important part of 80s Brazilian culture. It is literally... It was aired on a channel that I'm pretty sure still exists, that is literally called Culture TV. It is like a government state TV station that has mostly educational stuff. That's a TV show for kids, the one that I just showed. It's kind of a institution down here. It's the channel that is safe for you to put on TV and have your kids watch. State-mandated culture, the best kind of culture, yes. It's a fun little channel. They also have like good like interview shows, stuff like that. Haven't watched it in ages, but then again I don't watch TV. Haven't watched TV in ages. Like I don't even... The world is very modern, so I don't even use money anymore. So the other day, an older relative wanted me to withdraw some money for them on an ATM, and I go in, I'm like, sure, I can do that. I go to the ATM, I pull my card, I put it in, and the ATM is like, there is an error reading your card. I'm like, shit. I haven't used this card in so long that it stopped working. And then I pull it back and I look at it. Oh, I put it inverted. I flip it over, I put it in, then it works. That's how often I withdraw money. And then I withdraw the money, I look at the bills, and I'm like, is this money? I haven't seen it in so long. I forgot what it looks like. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but I've probably been like 5-10 years without touching money. Things are very modern. There in Australia, you had a puppet with a pencil for a nose who drew stuff on a talking grumpy blackboard. That sounds whimsical and fun. I approve. Oh, they mixed together. Alright, we should be fine. I mean, you guys remember Pingu, the claymation penguin, right? That kind of silly government-made... I don't think it's government-made, but it's so typical of its country of origin. The kind of stuff is like so weird. Isn't there like some children's TV cartoon or claymation or something that was making the rounds on the internet a few years back because it was a children's show about a guy that had a dick that was way too fucking long, like almost like a rope following him around? I remember that, but like I'm not going crazy here, right? That thing exists, right? Hang on. John Dillermand. See, I'm not making that up. It's Danish, it's stop motion. Middle-aged man who wears a red and white striped bathing costume. He has a penis that can extend to a length of dozens of meters. John uses his prehensile penis, which stretches within his clothes, as a tool, such as to tame lions or to fly about like a helicopter. But he also often acts independently of John, getting him into trouble. It has 2 seasons, 39 episodes, chat. Get on it. Use seashells at $10. Right, the seashells is to wipe your butt with. I think I saw 1 or 2 episodes of that. It was children's cartoon, it was whimsical and fun. You're good, it's actually pretty decent. It's not indecent. I need to do some healing. I wanted to do healing before, but we kept getting swarmed by enemies. I like the music in this game so much. You know what I'm gonna do when I get to a safe spot? I think I'm gonna switch to FM music just to see what it sounds like. Here's to see how different it is. Did I get Samurai Pizza Cats down in Brazil? No, I do not recall that at all. We did get a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we didn't do the full name. That we did a reverse. Usually we make the names of things very long down here. We shortened it down to Ninja Turtles. There's no need for like... When I learned that the original had like the whole thing Teenage Mutant Ninja, like that's why. I get it that it's fun and all, but it feels excessive. So we just call them Ninja Turtles. Which honestly, in all fairness, in our language it's still pretty long. As Tartarugas Ninja. Yeah, Jenkinto, there you go. We just usually put the in front of it, so it becomes As Tartarugas Ninja. I mean, Pizza Cats wouldn't be the same when dubbed. Yeah, there are shows that you can tell are difficult to dub. Like a lot of language, language contextually heavy jokes, or whatever you call it. Just got a Pizza Cats action figure today. I don't think I've actually ever seen that. Never seen it. Samurai Pizza Cats. Never seen this before, never heard of it. But it's like, if it is from Japan and it's like an anime, it looks like an anime from Japan, it could have made its way down here. I don't know why it didn't. We posted in memory, thank you. Tartarugas in a half shell, yeah, I don't think that song was ever translated. You guys should see the original made Brazilian songs about Thundercats. Seriously, we had a band made up of children, so it was like probably auto-tuned or whatever, although this was kind of like late 80s. Where they wrote an original song about the Thundercats, and it was actually quite popular at the time, even amongst people who didn't know Thundercats. Looking back on it, the lyrics are very cringe, but you know, children music, I guess. It had a Famicom game. And yeah, I swear I never heard of it. It's an animated American dub toss out. It resembles the original. Had them made enough topic jokes all the time. That's fair. That's actually a good thing to do, like to adapt the dub to make it more relevant locally, especially when the original is like very regional. Like, they did that with Yu Yu Hakusho in Brazil. Like, it still follows the original storytelling and everything, but it's like, it's very independent. They put a lot of idioms in there, they added a lot of character. If I'm not mistaken, I've told you guys this before, the original makers of the show have gone on record saying the Brazilian dub is better than the original. Freakazoid. Like, Freakazoid was a flop in the US, from what I understand. It was very popular down here because the Brazilian dub of Freakazoid, according to the original creator, is better than the original as well. And it's very good. The Brazilian dub on Aqua Teen Hunger Force is also phenomenal. The guy, you can tell the guys are having fun with it. You liked Freakazoid? I liked it too. Upcoming Modern Samurai Pizza Cats on Steam. Really? Maybe I should watch it. I'm pretty sure it was never released down here. You liked it a lot. Yeah, personally, I liked Freakazoid, and I know those things are not necessarily related, but I always conflated the two together. I liked Freakazoid a lot more than I liked the Tick. You guys remember Biker Mice from Mars? Did you guys remember the SNES game? That game is fucking underrated. Like, in terms of graphics and gameplay, it is, I shit you not, better than Rock'n'Roll Racing. And I know people will lynch me for saying that online. But good lord, the game is good. If you like Rock'n'Roll Racing and you have never played Biker Mice from Mars on the SNES, you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. There's a lot more variety in scenery and racing courses as well. A gag dub. Apparently Dragon Ball Z Abridged got a few new episodes from the Cell saga. And I haven't never watched it, but I was like, people are talking about the dialogue in that, and apparently the dialogue is dubbed in outside of the obvious silly jokes. It's very good. Like the way they start to frame Gohan's inaction as being a dumb thing, like very good dialogue. Like it kind of puts it kind of makes a lot more sense than the original as well. High quality there. Ratos Motoqueiros de Marte. I don't know if that's... if that it was translated... Esquadrão Marte. It was just called Mars Squadron down here. They removed the bikers and the mice from the title. And I'm pretty sure that the SNES game did have like a sound clip with the guy going, "Biker mice from Mars!" Mars Squadron. I'm sorry. They ride bikes and they are mice. Yeah, well... what can I tell you? Whenever they translated the names of things down here in Brazil, it got weird. It has gotten less weird as time went on, but remember, this is the country that released The Godfather as the all-powerful big boss. This is the country. I bring this up frequently because I'm still... I think it's amazing, actually, that released the movie Airplane as... quote, "Tighten your seatbelts, the pilot is gone," end quote. Sure, it sounded better in Portuguese. Mars Squadron, Esquadrão Marte. Does that sound better? I don't know. I get over Techno Man or Bob in the Bottle? We got that Bob's World cartoon. I think people were talking about that one in Johnny's stream the other day. I hated that that cartoon was so fucking dumb. I hated it as a kid. It was shit. It's called Bob's World. Bobby's World, yeah. Like Squad 51. There you go. But no, Techno Man and Bob in the Bottle, those don't ring a bell. We did get a lot of tokusatsu shows down here. Is it called Tokusatsu? Yes. We did get a lot of those down here, which is why I mentioned that by the time Power Rangers was a thing, I was like, wait, we had this before. Why are we doing this? Why are they redubbing the shit we have already watched? What are you doing? We had Jiraiya and Jaspion, which are part of the Metal Heroes shows from Tokusatsu. I'm pretty sure most of you have never heard of those. Those are very fucking popular down here, let me tell you. I mean, to this day, I don't think you can find someone in the streets that hasn't watched Jaspion, if they're at least 20 years old. Did I show that game to anyone over Christmas? Christmas was a rush. People got here like 24th afternoon and they had to leave on the 25th because of work, so we didn't have time to sit down and play games, unfortunately. So yeah, next time. But they're gonna have a kick out of it, I'm absolutely certain. As it is. Yeah, no, it was very... Because, for example, this year, the 25th is gonna fall on a Friday, then they're gonna stay here for like 5 days, then I'm gonna play all the games. You miss days where people just relax. Yeah. You know, I know I can go in here, and that's probably where we want to go, but I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna finish clearing out, head out, save, maybe upgrade my gear. I think that going in there right now would be rushing things. The only Tokusatsu we got down there was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's not Tokusatsu, though. You know that. You know that. Don't give me that. It's badly repackaged Tokusatsu. I think when it comes to Metal Heroes, they try to do something similar to Power Rangers. Was these guys that went into an arcade with a VR headset or something? I don't remember the name. That one didn't work out because there was very little footage for them to use. So they ran out of footage before they could go much further with it. But why not? Fine, it's what is it called? The reshowing? It's a repeat. It's just repeats for people with short attention spans. Like, Jaspion was so popular down here that there is this early 2000s Flash animation that did a misheard lyrics entire video of the opening theme to Jaspion. It was so fucking popular to this day. I think I know most of the... I know how to sing the Jaspion opening thing because I can just sing the misheard lyrics. O cara do céu, which is supposed to be O Galaxy. O canalha no alto que útil. Like, I can sing the misheard lyrics and it sounds eerily similar to the original Japanese lyrics. Because we watched that thing almost on repeat. Tokusatsu gatekeeper. No, okay, it's not gatekeeping. To be a Tokusatsu, it has to be made in Japan. Can we agree on that? To be called Tokusatsu, it has to be directed by someone who knows how to pronounce Tokusatsu. If they go Tokusatsu, that's not Tokusatsu. Pizza Cats was the same American guys as Power Rangers. Really? You mean for dubbing? Gatekeeping serves a good purpose too. I'm just talking about like the naming. If you want to like Power Rangers, that's fine. Power Rangers can be fun. Like, I never saw the appeal because I already knew those shows. But I'm not keeping you guys from like, you can't be fans of Tokusatsu and also like Power Rangers. No, I'm just humbly requesting that you don't call Power Rangers Tokusatsu. They're a Tokusatsu derivative at best. And like, anime has to be written in Japan. No. No. It's more like a champagne have to be from France or some shit. Does that make sense? For the dubbing. It's about not the actors. Okay. Tokusatsu like, that's fine. I think, like, and I'm not doing that to be a gatekeeper, I'm doing that to help with clarity. I think if we call it a tokusatsu, like, it's more descriptive for everything. It separates them while also acknowledging what it is and etc. Like, not that anyone cares. Like, are we really, like, doing in-depth discussions on the topology classification of Power Rangers? Do we need to have like a freaking... what is it called? Hang on. Isn't there like hang on, it's just because I know I'm wasting time on a dumb joke. Oh, do we need a burly interpretation so we can set up a convention and define what is tokusatsu? No, we don't. That was a dumb joke. I wasted too much time on that. I wanted to look up what was the thing called for roguelikes, because there is a burly interpretation of what is a roguelike, if you guys weren't aware. It's fun to poke. It is. And that's what I'm doing this. I'm talking about this stuff like this. Like, because I said this before. Arguing semantics is dumb. And it's very fun. I love to argue semantics. I'll drive people nuts arguing semantics. Like, if I realize they're actually getting annoyed, I'll stop. Oh, did you mean this instead? Yes, Cooper. Can we move on? You know what I meant, you dumb nut. You know, like, you remember half-hour semantic argument about what is a roguelike in another string? There is already a definition. The Berlin interpretation. You don't have to argue it anymore. I want to set up the Brazil interpretation of what a sandwich is. That's a discussion that is still ongoing. Because people are still confused about what makes or doesn't make a sandwich, and it pisses me off sometimes. It's simple! And people try to come up with these edge cases like they're being smart. No, it's... I already gave you the definition of what a sandwich is. Don't try to skirt by. Just made a sandwich. I'll have to take a word for it. It's like one streamer you go to have a big-headed, aggressive argument about which 8 computer is better. I mean, if it is aggressive and good fun, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. Some people can be mean about that stuff and I don't get it. Like, people take it too seriously sometimes. I saw a streamer one time, like, they were arguing 16-bit consoles. And he started, like, cheating on the SNES, saying that the Genesis was better. And at first it was like, yeah, sure, fine, that's fun. Let's hear his argument. But then he started to get, like, weirdly angry and defensive about it. And then I just switched off to another streamer because it got like, dude, no, come on. That's a dumb discussion to have. Like, don't take it that seriously. It was fun when it was just for fun. Are you sure it was a sandwich? You know, you're asking the right questions. Bread, mayo, lettuce, cucumber, bread, bacon, tomato, mayo, bread. The scars from teeth, maybe. Yeah. Wait, you're serious? Yeah, some people you have to. Alex Murphy, the thing about the bread is, I don't care about, like, because you have it's a two-layered sandwich, right? You have bread in the middle, I don't care. Forget the bread in the middle. It's not relevant for the definition of sandwich. I care about the bread at the ends. Is the bread at the ends of your sandwich originally part of the same loaf or bun? Or does it come from two separate things? Yes, okay, then it is a sandwich. See, it's not complicated. It doesn't have to be bread to be a sandwich. It doesn't have to be cold or hot or have all these weird definitions like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, of course it is. The only thing that matters is that you take a thing that was whole and you sliced it. And then you put shit between the slices. There you go. If you bake two buns and you put one on top of each other, that's not a sandwich. That's a bun stack. Or something. I'm not trying to define all food. I'm just trying to define sandwiches. You guys can call that whatever you want. Like, is an Oreo a sandwich? No. Because the two ends of the Oreo, they are cooked separately. They're baked separately. They don't bake a long Oreo and slice it. So, an Oreo is not a sandwich. If you sandwiched a slice of cheese between two slices of cheese, then slice it, they qualify as a cheese sandwich. If you get a block of cheese and you slice it, I don't care how many parts, if you take a long piece of cheese and you slice it and you use whatever two of those slices and put whatever you want between them, even more cheese, yes, it is a cheese sandwich. And then a sandwich unless was officially crafted by the Earl of Sandwich. I don't know, man. I would have to see if I agree with Earl on that. We would need to sit down and have a conversation. I don't think I'm being unreasonable here. Like, I'm offering a very simple definition, where most things that people would think are sandwiches are, and even some things that almost shouldn't be still are, and it's fine. It's just some things obviously are not sandwiches. Is a taco a sandwich? No. Is a burrito a sandwich? No. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Of course! It's so simple! No true sandwich. No, there are plenty of true sandwiches. I'm not saying good sandwich or bad sandwich. I'm saying sandwich or no. Like, amongst sandwiches, I value them all equally. You think you agree? See? Because I'm not trying to make a complicated rule. I'm just, because when it comes to defining things like that, in general, what you want is to have rules that are simple to describe. My rules are simple. You get an item that is whole, you slice it, and you put something between the slices. I'm sure you can describe it more detailedly if you'd like. But that's simple. It's a simple definition that covers most cases. I don't want a rule that is I don't want rules that are overarching and cover every single edge case in life. I want a rule that is simple to follow and understand, that you can apply as a blanket rule for everything. Not just the sandwich thing, like in general. Because I don't want to have... I enjoy having rules in life because sometimes it's fun, but I don't like to have rules that are more exception than rule. And you need to have like articles, like a legislation on what a sandwich is. Did you have the neutral Scotsman argument? I have. Yes, that's not what I'm making, right? I'm trying to do the opposite, offer a blanket definition that applies to everything reasonable. Doesn't make those cakes with filling between layers also sandwich? Yes! They are sandwiches! And you realize that some like, don't you guys have that thing where you take a loaf of bread and instead of slicing it like this, you slice it alongside the length, and then you have layers of like carrots and beets and chicken and tuna, and then you cover it with like mayo or something, put it in the fridge. Do you have that? We call those cold pies. Those are sandwiches. Just because you're slicing like this doesn't make them not be sandwiches. Are those cakes? I'm not arguing the definition of cake. Maybe a thing can be a cake and a sandwich at the same time. I'm just arguing sandwiches. I haven't given anything else enough of a consideration to start passing judgment. Jam sandwich cakes. Interesting. Imagine if Parliament couldn't come up to a decision on what considered a sandwich. You totally can. I mean, weren't some government on some big developed country a long time ago defined pizzas as salad because they had tomato sauce to give more money to people who sold pizzas to schools? Which is why we should have a discussion on what is a salad before that starts to become a problem. Like, I remember, there are people out there that, okay, here's some potatoes, some carrots, some corn, and mayo, and pasta, and it's a salad. That's not a salad. You can't... Okay, I'm not going to start working on the definition of salad. I'm not prepared for that. I'm not prepared for that. I would need to do a reading and research first. When they go hard, they kind of turn into biscuits. But the taxes on cake and biscuits are different. Yeah, there is that kind of problem as well. The things get taxed differently depending, like, on when things cannot be called an ice cream if they don't have... I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was, I think it was here in Brazil, that whatever McDonald's sells, according to our legislation, cannot be called ice cream anymore. It doesn't have enough of whatever is supposed to be in an ice cream. And I approve! You see, that kind of stuff is actually important. It's not a real salad unless it's swimming beef tallow as a dressing. Alright, Zofair, enjoy your work. Or don't. It's not supposed to be enjoyed. But if you do, well, like, good for you. Welcome you, my friend. Enjoy your lurk. We're talking sandwiches again. Don't let me distract you from your work. I'm sure it's also important. Defining sandwiches is more important, though. I think we can all agree on that. I mean, because of shrinkflation and shit, like, people are, like, selling things that are not yogurt as if they were yogurt. They're selling things that are not cheese as if they were cheese, so that's when you have to start define things. It's not the same as my definition of sandwich, of course, but it's not that relevant. Which is why I argue about sandwiches, because it's not relevant. So it's fun and harmless. I wouldn't do this kind of passionate speech that I do for sandwiches for something more relevant, like, you know, milk and cheese and stuff that there is actual legislation for. Again, I like to argue semantics because it's irrelevant. I am taking all the fights because we're trying to gather resources to equip Homei. She's already level 15, that was pretty good. This was very efficient. Listening to RFK is unhealthy. You guys have a lot of people over there that talk a lot and a lot of people listen to, and it's unhealthy too, right? You feel unwell when you do. Okay, now I just looked up who the hell RFK is. He looks like a person that hates everything. Like, just, you know, based on his photograph, I don't know if that's accurate. It's the guy with the horribly gravely voice. He's in charge of health. Right now? Good lord. Here in Brazil, during COVID, we knew if a health minister was good if they resigned. Because the orders coming from the government towards the health minister were all garbage and dumb and shit and not medically sound. So they had to either be evil or resign. So when they resigned, you knew they were good people. Like, there were like 3 or 4 that resigned before we got some dumbass to actually stick. One of those was like, was the winner of speedrunning and being a minister, a health minister in Brazil. Like, he resigned in less than a day. He realized, wait, what the fuck you want me to prescribe to people who have COVID? I'm out. And, you know, a lot of respect for the guy for doing that. And he's a quack. Yeah, I can imagine. He had worms in his brain at one point. Did he give him the worms names? Did he make like little voices for the guys? If it's a bad idea not to code everything in chart, you're fired. Do you guys remember the one occasion on the beloved series The Office where Michael makes fun of Donald Trump? You guys remember that? I think people might not recall it. If you had worms, you give them names. There you go. And then you would expel them. Like, get the fuck out of here, Robert. You don't pay rent. And you don't clean out after yourself. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if they're memes or actual worms. Like, I can barely keep up with news and weird people in my country. I don't have time to keep track of that elsewhere. Have a new political protest party. They got loads of new politicians. Everyone voted them in just based on the party. When they got to the job, loads of them never turned up to meetings and quit, as they didn't want to actually work. We had a protest party down here that was like, oh, all politicians are evil, vote for us instead. And when they got in, they were worse. I hate those people. I think we have 2 parties like that, actually. Sounds about the same. Yeah. And they like to look on things that are gonna be voted. And if they know whatever they want is going and is bad for everyone is going to win, for sure, then they vote the other way, just so they look like they didn't want it. So they have like the weirdest voting patterns of all the parties. Because like, if every issue has exactly two sides, they keep flip-flopping. If the side they want might not win, they vote for it. If it's guaranteed to win, they vote for the other one to look good. Anyone who's paying half attention knows they are self-serving lunatics. You see a recent video of some blue-collar working calling Trump in. Ah, I saw the picture of the middle finger. I saw the picture of that. Well, but you know, I'm sure things are gonna be fine, right? He said you guys don't even need to have elections anymore. That means everything is going okay. Jesus Christ. Because such tiny hands he has. And he uses, and because he's kind of fat, he uses that all the suits he wears are necessarily oversized, so it makes his hands even tinier. Such a cute little thing. Please don't call anything over that they're cute, please. Yes, God is a note from Zone Fair. Don't read this note out loud, just make a comment about the time Trump looked out the window. I didn't see that note. But I know if not reading, don't worry. Being the next president, a fish president, I mean, I would vote for Happy Cakes. Like, look, she's a bit cuckoo on the gun issue, but other than that, like, everyone is gonna have healthcare, jobs, the economy is gonna be amazing. Everyone is gonna carry a gun. Maybe we can, like, have something that the guns are actually just toy guns, they don't actually fire. But you guys will have to carry, like, at least a piece of plastic that kind of looks like a gun in your pockets at all times if Happy Cakes becomes president. I think it's a good trade-off, I think we can handle that, but just keep that in mind. Start getting pants with pockets right now. It's fun if you know about the time recently Trump read a note given to him out loud. No, I didn't. Okay, so I missed the reference. Yeah, like I said, I don't follow that shit at all. I know it's a fucking mess, and I'm very sorry to hear it's a fucking mess. And I wish you guys the best of luck to survive that fucking mess. I really do. I'm focusing on... you have to focus on your own country shit. Our ex-president that tried to do a coup d'etat, he went to jail for doing that? He complained that the air conditioner was too loud? Because all he does is complain? So they're moved... because he wanted to be sent back home on house arrest. Instead, he was moved to another worse jail that doesn't have an air conditioner, so he can't complain anymore. Get wrecked. All the people that died during COVID because of that jackass. I hope he lives a very long time in jail. I'm sorry, I fucking hate the guy. Get wrecked. Yeah! Like, they keep posting this news. Oh, the ex-president is diagnosed with depression. The ex-president can't stop hiccuping. That's the thing. He can't stop hiccuping. The ex-president can't sleep properly because the air conditioner is too loud. And I'm like, am I supposed to feel sorry for that piece of shit? Good, keep the news coming. Makes me wake up with a smile on my face. Nice distraction for your own country's politics. Yeah, I mean, we have people from all countries that deal with a lot of bullshit. Like, I can't be quote-unquote happy right now because things are kind of looking up in a few ways, but we had our own share of troubles, and I'm sure we're gonna keep having our share of troubles. I'm still hoping that the US, like, they're like shitting on Venezuela, they are shitting on Argentina, they are targeting Colombia and Greenland. I just hope they forget about us for long enough. Jesus. Like, they already promoted a military coup down here in the 60s. Can they just forget we exist for like just one century? One tiny little century of peace. Damn, Hiccup sounds serious. I'm sure it drives him crazy. I love it. Do you have oil? No, we have rare earths, I think, in some places. Do we? I don't remember. But yeah, oil is not the only thing, unfortunately. Okay, it's time for us to manage her equipment, because apparently you can level her up, and we did. The new girl. So let me... Hey man, she needs a gun. She can equip gun, right? Dun, dun, dun. We're back to Squeaky. Home is Klaus, and no, it's only Klaus. Klaus. Santa Claus. It's only Klaus. Now, I think if you keep using a gun, it does level up. Question is, do we level a gun from 0 or do we focus on Klaus? I'm opening the manual and I'm gonna look. I mean, I'm gonna pull the manual up for you guys to look as well. And we have weapon data down here. So, Death claws. Claws that conceal the power of death itself. I think that... But if you were like that, wouldn't we equip everyone with melee weapons? The weapons handled by the protagonists are classified in a variety of categories according to their characteristics. However, every person has weak and strong points based on the abilities they possess. Therefore, selecting equipment matching each character's abilities will be a big element that helps in your battles. The proficiency skill is a numerical value that shows to what extent you have an ability to use those kinds of weapons. It increases the more skilled you become in handling those weapons. In the end, it will increase to its limits and you'll be referred to as an expert. Proficiency skill shouldn't be neglected since it's a value that has a big effect on hit rate and the damage you deal. For example, if you have a good weapon and have a low skill for it, it can be outperformed by a less powerful weapon with more skill that you're using. Right. But does it matter like the... I'm curious. I wonder if, like, because it says based on the abilities they possess, and then it talks about proficiency. Is it talking about the same stuff? Or is it talking about, say, agility? Because Homei has a lot of agility. More than 10 rand. Does that mean that Homei is better at claws, for example? You know about the Scandinavians and the sandwich cakes? No? Scandinavian sandwich cake as Morgastarta. Ah, it reminds me of the cold pies I was talking about before. Right. Yeah, no, this is a sandwich because I can see it uses a single loaf. Smorgastarter. I think I would like that. It reminds things that we have here that I like. 81% claws. Rifle. Gun. Maybe I just focus on claws. Like having one of them always focused on melee might help. Maybe there might be enemies that are weaker to melee in the future, so maybe that's more balanced like that. And also it will take a very long time to level up anything else from her, so fine. Man, this guy has a lot of animated plants that you have to wait. Okay, welcome. Right, but you don't have claws here. As far as clothing goes, you have robes. We don't want robes for her. Have I ever played or streamed Resonance of Fate? One of the most unique RPG combat systems ever seen is around guns and copious amount of backflips. What? I think I... No, it's not. Oh, geez, it looks a lot like Final Fantasy. There is a lady with a bright suit. Okay, don't even have. It's pretty cheap. It's not that old. Wish listed. Thank you. Apparently, it's a one-shot thing. I don't think it has any sequels or anything. Thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, mate. Thanks, mate. I need to get to the... Can I escape the safe terminal? I don't know. Right now, I don't think I should play ARPG or a JRPG for that matter on my free time because I'm already juggling 2 JRPGs on my streams. If I find the time to play something, I should be playing like... This is weapons? It is. All the guns back on the counter. Like this place is... Heavy Cakes works here. I need to play something with action or puzzle or something. Play something on my own time. Or maybe I've been meaning to maybe give Dwarf Fortress another shot, man. The thing about Dwarf Fortress, I said this before, is that I really like games that are like Dwarf Fortress. Played a lot of Nomoria. Dwarf Fortress itself, I get this weird feeling that it has a lot... The ratio of things you need to handle and fun and engagement that I get is lower than with the others. Like a game like Nomoria is a lot less complicated. than Dwarf Fortress, but it still provides about the same amount of enjoyment. I don't know if that makes any sense. I mean, if you enjoy the complexity, which I should, I don't know why I didn't like Dwarf Fortress too much. One tutorial showed you how to launch an enemy in the air with a submachine gun and send back into the ground repeatedly. They bleed money resource with each bounce. Holy fuck, that's amazing. And I'll sending them back, push them down, push them back up. No, that's pretty good. I can see that happening. Reminds me of that Tiny Toon game we played, where we could do a lot of that manipulation that GBA beat 'em up. Okay, so we can't buy a claw for her. I need to check if I can equip her with the stuff that I have for defense at least. So like titanium armor, protect boots, headgear, electromagnetic ring. Can she equip all of that? Titanium? Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Protect boots. Headgear. And electromagnetic ring. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Hello there, Kibitz. Azofia really likes this song. Alright, so I have to rebuy those 4 items. Can I afford all of them? I'll leave the armor for last because it's the most expensive. I think I can't buy all of them because of the armor. I'm gonna be missing the armor. Okay. Protective gear. I want an electromagnetic ring. Remember, we had these and the guy took them away with us, with him. A headgear. A protect boots. And we made so much money farming that apparently we can buy the titanium armor on top of all of that. Okay, good. We recovered all of our farming. And it just only took us 1.5 hours. Remember in the bit yesterday where I was supposed to look like someone with glasses and a beard? Ah yes, there was that. And Sakura thought that it was like a robbery. So something just now made you think me looking like him, facial hair and a sombrero. I don't know if I've ever seen a sombrero in person. They're not a thing down here in Brazil. We do have those palas, or whatever you guys call those coats. They're very Mexican. They're just like I'm gonna describe them as a skirt where the waist is on your neck. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Ponchos, thank you. Yes, that works a lot better. Well, she needs all the agility, right? So I'm gonna take the Heaven shoes away from here and put it on Home instead. Wait. We had an extra protect boots? I think we had an extra protect boots. Whatever. George R. Guterres, apparently directing New Speedy Gonzalez. Looks nothing like me. Speak on Twitter has a closer resemblance, maybe the lighting. Man, I get a bit antsy sometimes when people say I look like whomever. It's not usually good. The other, there was this one time I think I took a screenshot of it. Galitep said I looked like this character from from a video game. Hang on. I think I might have it. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Yep. Gallitap said I look like this guy. Ah, god damn it. I disagree, but who am I, right? Give me a moment. Okay. Chubbier cheeks. You're not helping. Face shape not right. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. That's more tactful way of putting. No, that guy's not. That guy's not fat enough. All right, I think this is the gear. I'm not gonna find better weapons for her for a while. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. I'm going to save the game. And I want to check what the game sounds like with FM music. Just out of curiosity, let's play it with FM music for a little while. Right, you guys are curious too, right? I wonder what the sound effects are gonna sound like, because it uses all the sound effects are from the media device as well. And then we can go back in, we can actually play through the dungeon. FM music. Let's see what it sounds like. Squeaky music. Okay, this one sounds okay-ish. Sounds greedier. This one sounds better. Squeaky chair for the audio department, yeah. This one sounds way better. But that squeaky one is horrible. So it's too early to pass judgment. I want to hear the battle music. But this one is pretty decent. Right, but I want to keep playing. Okay, battle music. I think I like the medium one better. Turn dog wolf? What? She can shapeshift in battle into a dog wolf. Oh, I think the sound effects were already running on the FM chip. Claws attack, light slicer chi. 81 damage! Maybe she doesn't need claws. Dog wolves are the worst. But then she's not gonna get skill in class, I think I should keep using her as without the shape-shifting and reserve the shape-shifting for when we need the damage, like on boss fights, so she can keep increasing class. Dog wolves are the worst. I don't know all the kinds of wolves that exist. Yeah, she does way more damage as a wolf. Alright, preliminary results. What do you guys think on MIDI versus FM for this game? That shifting animation is pretty cool. Light Slicer Chi! Oh, it does a lot of damage, but it does damage to her as well. But it's a lot, it's a desperation attack. Man, this game is so cool! More JRPGs need desperation attacks. Well, but battle music sounds like Mega Man X music to you, so it's cool. Yeah, like, it might be the generic nostalgia for chiptune music speaking, but this is fun. But this squeaky music is a severe downgrade. Jones of the sneaky music. I can't look at that text. It hurts. Jones. It's not Jones the Sneaky. It's Jones of the Sneaky. It's much better. The Jones of the Sneaky, not Squeaky, Sneaky. Best song by favorite band, Angle Grinder, everyone. Oh, the Angle Grinder is going on. Yeah, there you go. Angle Grinder just dropped their new single, Jones of the Sneaky. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to check if there was like some kind of intellectual property called Jones of the Sneaky. There isn't. So your autocomplete was like very creative. Man, I hope it doesn't look like an overreaction when I start laughing about that stuff, but good god man, it breaks me sometimes. Yeah, no, the Jones of the Sneaky music. It's very good. But I have point, yes. But I have to say that 40% of what makes it funny is that he immediately follows up with a face palm. Like, it makes me feel like he has the face palm on quick dial or something. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. Using speech to text. It helps? It's not helping. I remember trying to use speech to text in the early 2000s. It used a lot of your CPU because you didn't have a lot. And you had to spend like 1 hour talking to the computer to train it. Anyone do anything like that? I remember doing that when I was a kid. And it was still not very accurate. You have also the Frigidaire, right? Okay, yeah, Home is pretty much like... I really like this kind of level up system where it's curved nicely enough that... You know, she was at level 1 and they were at level 17. Now they're only 2 levels ahead of her. So it's not like she's always going to be very far behind. No, she's gonna be a little bit behind. I mean, I knew the game was handling it fine when the first time she stayed alive, she got 5 levels. That was so good. It's very satisfying. We don't have the punchy Alp sound without the MIDI though. In the combat music. I miss that. Oh, ah! Oh, this game is so good, man. It's chill, it's fun, it looks good. You get progression, you get number go up. You get strategy. This whole thing with Homemade was... It started as something that seemed like it was very jacked, but it was actually quite fun. It was like, what do you mean she has no gear and starts at level 1? Well, see, you work for 1 hour, it's fixed, and then you feel accomplished. They didn't gift me a level 17 character with good gear, I worked for it. It was fun enough she can shapeshift. Maybe she could always shapeshift, but because she was confused, I couldn't see it. The only bad thing about this game was the goddamn labyrinth, and the fact that we didn't understand the items draining our health and our mana. Those are kind of dumb. Point, very well put, Zolfair. You do have a point there. Oh, I should mention. Yes. I should mention, tomorrow I have to wake up. I have to be awake in like 5 hours? Yes, trust. I have to be awake in like 5 hours, so I have to wake up very early tomorrow. I'm still doing a normal stream, I don't care. I'm gonna be a zombie tomorrow morning, it happens. That's not the issue. The issue is that because I have to wake up very early and I have to do a lot of shit, my morning tomorrow is gonna be busy. I'll try to sleep in the afternoon, but depending, I might not be able to stream tomorrow. And I know I used to not stream on Saturdays. Ever since I started streaming on Saturdays, I already missed 1 or 2. But I don't make my schedule most of the days. So there is a chance I don't stream tomorrow, but I'll try my best. I worked on my page a little bit more. The little logos for Discord and Twitch and YouTube are now like just the logo as SVG, so they're even smaller. And then the tasteful gradient behind it is just like CSS styling. I know no one cares. Well, I'm just so glad of how much I'm learning how to polish that thing. Again, I'm not a web dev. I kind of worked with web dev, but like I said, that was early 2000s, so instead of CSS we had tables. All the tables. Okay, let me check for healing in case that's an immediate boss fight, which I sincerely doubt. It is. The sound sounds cool in FM. Holy shit! They're holding. I think it's holding half a person. It as it ended bleeding to death, and then it did that little shock. Man, these tiny sprites have such exquisite animations. Ooh, some other guests have arrived, Raiden. Oh, it's called Raiden because it does shocking electricity. The man screams. Alright, not voice acting that. Man, is that... That's his intestines dangling. They have like a grand total of 6 pixels, and I can still understand that it's his intestines dangling. Ah! Where are my pants? Oh, that's the guy who was with Lee that one time after the first ritual. I guess I don't look much like Demon Baron McGregor, right? What? As it is, when I go to hell, I don't have enough dignity to look alphas in the eyes. So they are having a bunch of infighting amongst the 8 legions. Oh, but there is nothing to worry about, since I also made Alpha's body look much the same as yours. You can have your deeply moving reunion in hell. Ha ha ha. You motherfuckers! Ah! Stay quiet, Mr. McGregor. Die silently. Man, Tierman has no chill. I hope it's not too late for you to see the moment of these bastards' deaths before you die. Oh, you're approaching me. Sort of vibes. I hope I could see that. I'd be happy. Well, isn't all that just marvelous? I'll give your bodies a taste of what to expect if you make fun of Lady Ark. Come now, have at me. And now we're gonna see a different set of sprites because good quality, they have different sprites for the battles. For the bosses. And this is so fucking cool, man. Hang on, I have to. It's so fucking cool, man. There. Big cleavage pixels, by the way. Oh, this boss marks the one time that we didn't have a bed in the intro. Downgrades! No large bed with people having sex. Do I have to split damage? Do I want to kill one of them first? She is... I think I need to kill this first because she's the main character and this is a bodyguard. And I doubt she cares about the bodyguard. So I'm gonna kill the bodyguard first. It's probably gonna be easier like that. Raiden. That's so good. Maybe I need to spread the damage, so I'm gonna do one round on each of them. What the hell was that? Were those just empty threats of yours earlier? No, have my go. I mean, the battle barely started and you missed that, lady. Are you seriously talking shit right now? Yeah, she's all talk. So I'm doing 3 attacks on each of them. I'm not looking at like how much damage she's defending, so now I have to go for it. Just trying to distribute the damage a little bit, but I'm not gonna follow up like how much damage I'm doing. I'm not gonna write down. I'm assuming I don't need math. I might need it later, we'll see. That little, and then it vents, like the things open, blink, blink, and then it vents the steam out. Take this, fire's warning shot. Pretty much. Doesn't look like it missed, but whatever. They're not doing a lot of damage. I'm sure they're gonna phase at some point. It's going to be madness. So I'm gonna be attacking her while she's not defending. When she is defending, I attack Raiden. 12 damage. It's very flashy, Blade, but you have to do damage, you know that, right? You can't win with just flashiness, right? Okay, it's defending, we move back to Raiden. I wasn't kidding! I'm not letting the likes of you kill me! Okay, that's a phase. I can't attack those things. 12 damage. That's a lot of sprites for 12 damage. You need to do better. Maybe, am I OP? I know I did a full grinding round, but I didn't think it would be enough to make me this much stronger. Like, maybe the fight will get harder. Which is why I'm carefully healing. Making sure everyone is topped off, because some of these boss fights got to points where we just took a truckload of damage. Eventually, like, just switched to a phase that was very out of control. Oh, there we go! Okay, I need to heal Homei. Might even do a big heal. I have mana for that, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do a big heal on Homei specifically. I mean, I can't do a big heal on everyone. I think I'm gonna do a big heal on everyone. I think it makes sense. All right. I really don't want anyone to die. I want this experience, especially for Homei. I want to heal again, but maybe just Homei with a small one? No, I think Homei with a large one. It's very little waste. Like 8 health wasted, it's fine. She's not defending anymore. Oh, she's healing both of them. No, wait, only I can heal. What are you doing? Okay, if she's a healer, then I really have to focus on her. Raiden did get into a second phase, but it's not doing much more. I know, maybe I should heal, but I feel like she might be close to dying. If she's even resorting to healing. Yeah, I do have to eventually overpower her healing. It takes me like 2 full turns to undo one of her heals. I couldn't buy better weapons. I can't do much better than this. I'm gonna do a big heal on Mei Hong. She's still healing. Man, Raiden reset a lot. But if I attack Raiden, she's still gonna heal. She's not healing just because of herself. Maybe she has mana and it runs out. I doubt it. I love it when a game has enemies be able to run out of mana, but that's so rare. know I could do... How much... Oh, it's on both of them. But I only damaged one of them. Still... To each Raiden, it's saying Raiden, but it's to each of the enemies. It is damaging both, so it is worth it. Yeah, it's better to... As long as I have... I think I attack with Tianren, it does more damage, and then I use a tablet from Mei Hong. And then Homei can keep doing this. I think it's way better to do that. Like, use a tablet from Mei Hong so Homei can keep doing the AoE damage. That's an exception right here. And you still do the AoE. That single one is very weak in terms of damage. Yeah, we're doing basically a... Oh, it's phasing. Holy... And then this one is healing. I think I'm gonna keep going like this. Still. I need to push the damage. And by doing this, I already nullified their last heal. This is at the boss.
Because your moves are weak, babe, okay? Yeah, your moves are weak.
You said that I started doing the math. What could it possibly... And yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you for clarifying, that actually helps. I think I might need to do an AoE healing. A big one from Tianren. Which is a lot of mana, but I think this fight is not gonna take a lot longer. This might actually kill one of them. No, it doesn't. Still going. You use a tablet on Homei. You keep doing that. Okay, Ark is dead. I only damaged her. Okay. No, this was a good fight. Very strategic. We made it work. Now we don't need to do the AoE anymore. I'm not even gonna heal. Whatever. Or sometimes it is doing the AoE, maybe I need to do a heal. I can do a small AoE heal. Like this. I just realized that once you turn into a dog wolf, you can't turn back. I don't think I would want to, but yeah. The only downside from the dog wolf, there are two downsides. Three. Two. There are two downsides. One is that I don't think you get claws skill, because we're not using claws. We're using whatever the wolf has. That would work. Alright, glad to hear. And the second downside is that you can't use items, but I don't think that's too relevant. Like, Mei Hong has a lot less damage potential than Hou Mei, even being 3 levels higher. And having more skill with the gun. And because she has a rifle that is pretty bad, I haven't been able to upgrade it yet. So using items with Mei Hong makes more sense anyway. This was a fun fight. And this was a very short segment to get to the boss and kill the boss. Especially compared to the previous teleporter maze situation we had. And the other one where we went in, we freed a guy from jail, and then they came back and they destroyed the hideout, and they had to do the other thing. Yeah, which was the previous one. This one was very long.
Here we go, pal. I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I. Otherwise, look at this mess.
Good grief.
So fair, thank you so much for the gift sub to Jankito, my friend, really appreciate it. Thank you for the double nice plus 37 gift subs gifted so far in my channel. That's a lot of support over the months and years, I think. It's a lot. So thank you a lot for that. And Jankito, enjoy the ad viewing and the emotes. Yep, thank you so much. Yeah, I had to focus on Ark because she was healing. But I did want to spread the damage better than I did, but I couldn't. Yeah, it's taking a while to kill this guy, but it's fine. Like, we're not in any risk of dying here. There we go. And we got all the experience, which means Hou Mei gets even closer to the other guys. Good stuff. Let's see the conversation here at the end. Oh, Raiden is all... Raiden is blown to pieces, I love that. And the other guy's just dead. You fought well, young girl? I don't want to ask a favor or something, but... Master Li, help Master Li. Yeah, that's the one that turned back. It's the guy that is prophesied to turn against the 8 legions from inside. Tell me, Li, where is he? Below this place, in Yao, Gang Face. I'm gonna write down. Is below... Industrial plant? In Yao. That was like Young Fei's lab or something. I beg of you, please don't die. I think she's guy's missing like half. Is not half the man he used to be. I don't think he can do anything about the dying thing. I'm immortal. Go down and take care of Master Lee. Wait, are we not getting a Fuzzy statue here? I know that the dots are terminal, they're intermittent within the sentence. Yeah. And it's probably like the guy going, I'm immortal. Go down. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but you get it. It's useless. It's too late. Stop whining. As a statue, is that like gonna be electricity or storm or something? Pew! Lightning. The power of lightning. Has been released. And it does a statue. So we have half the powers. We are possibly halfway through the game. Only 20 more hours to go. Fine, I'm having fun. I'm not in a rush to finish this. Tianren, you only give a shit about those statues. Yeah. The way things are, let's just keep going on. I want more statues. ... Anyway, let's go find Yao Gang Fei. As the only clue, currently I have only... Yao Gang Fei. We also have to kill a subordinate of Yao Gang Fei called Sumiraji. Tatsu asked us to do that because he killed his wife or something. Mei has the dots. I mean, Mei Hong is not the other person. I forgot the name of. Everyone is gonna die. I think it's gonna be Tianren at the end. Uh-huh. I'm sure that's not how she said that. That's the only... Oh, Raiden is gonna blow up. No, that's... oh, that's nothing. It's just animation going on. H05. Oh, we probably go down from there. It's kind of like an elevator. But will it lead us to another town where we can save, or do I need to head back? I don't think I have to head back. That's not what this game usually does. Just looking around, see if I'm missing anything. Okay, let's head down. Nice. It's not gonna go straight into another boss fight, right? No, there is an enemy. There is a bunch of enemies. I need to go back up and save. The size of those things! Are you kidding? Brava. They're so large that sometimes part of the sprite gets delayed on the animation. Like there, you can see there's one of the boxes is flickering behind the arrow. I hope this isn't too hard. I have to escape back and go save. It's taking aim and the little light in the eye moves. That's pretty good. Lightning Fist! Man, that's sprite! Look at that! That's so artisanal, holy fuck. Game keeps impressing me with the enemy sprites. Very, very fancy, yes. But I have to go back and save. Because I don't know if this will lead to another town or if it's going to lead to the next boss fight. And it's one thing to have to like do this back and forth, but having to redo even the boss fight would be too much. little slap. It's a lot of experience and money. I'll try to run. Okay. Well, someone came here and cleaned up the guy's body, okay. Very efficient cleaning department. Wait, can I... There isn't a side here. Alright, it's nothing. Of course, there's gonna be a bunch of fights in the way, but they're gonna go by quickly. And I don't know if the shops are fixed or if their stock depends on what level you are, so I might want to check the shops again. Yeah, we're killing these guys so quickly. They didn't even attack this time. It's free money. Oh, it costs time, I guess. Candy. I had a little bit too much to eat today. Some days it's just hard to keep it under control. I had some dulce de leche. I didn't care about eating sweet stuff before my diet. Nowadays I'm constantly craving it. Yeah. Freaking love. I wasn't like this. Dulce de leche was like, yeah, no, that's fine, I guess. Nowadays I fucking love the thing. Everything that is sweet and candy and stuff like that, I'm just... And that's with a change in my palate where I'm able to enjoy bitter things better. Really fascinating to see how your body and your physiology in general changes when you lose so much weight. I also should like... I was gonna say I need to pick up more ammo, but I still have so fucking much. Indulgent food you like more. Yeah. I used to be whatever, but nowadays, man, but that's specifically the sweet stuff. Like I would be like, oh, we had lunch at a restaurant and then you can go in and grab dessert if you like. And I'll be like, yeah, whatever. Maybe I'll go for dessert, I don't know if I care. Nowadays, I've almost gone to restaurants where I skipped lunch and went straight for dessert. That's how much I crave it nowadays. It's just, I think it's like, maybe it's the lack of carbs and glucose in general in my diet that is making me so freaking hungry for sugar. You could pass dessert, that's how I used to be. That's how my mom is, she doesn't care about dessert. My dad was different, my dad went crazy for dessert, so I was like my mom and now I'm like my dad when it comes to sweets. I wonder if there is like some genetic element at play as well. Because nowadays, in terms of body shape, I resemble my dad a lot more. I've had a bunch of people tell me that. You know what? Can I increase the speed here? Maybe it's time. Right, speed. Let me write down what is the default. In case it gets saved. In case I want to revert. And let me set these two. Moving, you have to wait for the shit scrolling so it doesn't change. What about the battles? Are the battles actually faster? Did you guys notice any difference? I didn't notice any difference. German chocolate cake, blueberry pie, and sweet cannoli. Oh damn it. I'm gonna reset it because the settings here, they don't make any difference. Maybe you can make them slower, but the hardware is preventing them from going any faster. Antina said, yeah, me neither. Maybe they added it there, but it didn't do much on the MSX. Maybe it does make it faster on the other systems. The squeaky song with FM chip is horrible. Jesus Christ. Don't pretend you like it, Sophia. Okay, I have to wait for the things to animate twice before I can actually talk to the NPC. There we go. This is the same. This is the same. I'm gonna check the other shop, but I feel like it might be the same. I have to sell the suit. You like the cooking pot drums? Are the jewels listed on the manual, or do I just sell them? I think I just sell the jewels. Just there's a thing at the end there, it's kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the other shop to see if it has anything different, but I doubt it. I feel like that song was made for the MIDI and they didn't bother to adjust it for the FM. Some of the songs are adjusted for FM, I don't think this one is. Oh, this is different. Okay, we have claws. We have claws. You have a recoilless gun. Those claws are just the second out of 5. And they're already that expensive. The recoilless gun is better than the hand blaster. It increases your hit rate, but it uses large caliber bullets, but it's an upgrade that we're probably gonna take. But what about rifles? Assault rifle. Oh, there is an assault rifle here. So we want these. Now we want the rifle. We have rifle bullets. I'll have to get large caliber bullets. Okay, so the cannons. The blade is like a sword, but I'm not going for swords. I'm just gonna use a recoilless rifle handhead. What? No, what? Bless her, bro, you know her. Alright, so recoilless gun. Assault rifle. Arm claws. And then we buy... I didn't look. Assault rifle. Assault rifle can do single shot or rapid fire. Good. You can choose. That's great. And the recoilless gun is only single shots. That's fine. And I need large caliber bullets. 1,000. And I can't afford more. But I'm gonna sell some stuff, so... So Tinran is 165 attack, goes up to 240 with more hit ratio, amazing. Now Mei Hong, that song, is going for the assault rifle, so from 125 she goes to 218. Pretty good. And Hao Mei, probably biggest upgrade from 86 to 100. No, that's not very big, but whatever. And then I'm gonna sell all the weapons, other than maybe one sword. Buckshot shotgun. Submachine gun. The heavy machine gun is a heavy weapon. We don't want it. More like a rocket launcher than a gun. It's not a payload carrying around. It's a solid round like a tank shell. Really? Slashing wires. We do keep the slashing wires and the sword. Rifle. Cylinder knuckle punch. The guy that could use it is dead. The machine gun as well. The arm claws. We have some extra things here, but I'm gonna keep them for now. They're normally on a tripod. I see, but our guys are too good for that. I'm gonna buy more large caliber bullets now that I have money. And just in case, I'm also going to buy... Well, not on this guy, on the other guy. Oh, can we buy new protective gear? We can, but we can't afford... We can't afford that stuff. I want to buy laminar armor for everyone. But we can't do that now. Enigma. And then Zofia goes and nick these balls. I'm gonna go back to the other guy. I'm gonna buy some healing tablets from him, and then I'm gonna save, and then we can move on. Although I want to go to the inn. Restore the mana. We used all of the mana on the boss. Yeah. That's smart. Even someone who isn't smart can have a smart idea every now and again. That's how I go through life. Having lucid moments amongst a barrage of bullcrap. This song is different on the FM version, so it is this weird on purpose. I was dodging the NPC, didn't want to talk to them. Alright, back to the plan, buy tablets, save the game, and move on. Frequently used, basically speed dial. The face palm. Yeah, good! You need it! More than most. Okay, wait for the things. Go up, go down. Go up again, go down again. And then he talks to us. He makes sure we watch. Oh, these ones, they are fine. And a bit more. This song is so weird. Then we save. So we can confirm then that the items available at the shops are dependent on your level, not on the shop itself. Because we had visited the same shops before, they had different stuff. Is there anything here? Let me... Here's this guy. I'll do like this! I think it's a great view. You can look out over the entire town. This here is the best view in town. I guess as far as... Okay, we can't scroll, so... I guess. We can look at the stand over there. How many hungry demon orbs do I have now? Jesus. Were you here when we realized there was also another item that did the same thing but for mana, and that's the reason we couldn't cast spells? That was also a revelation. You missed that. Yeah, we had no mana for spells and we had to load up on tablets for healing. Because one of the other items we had deleted our mana. But we managed to level Homei up by using clever use of death mask on her. So she was always confused, but she was basically immune to damage, so she stayed alive in the fights. So we managed to get her from level 1 to level 19 very quickly, actually. And now she can shapeshift into a dog wolf. $72 damage! I have to check if her damage went up as a dog wolf as well. I'm gonna test that right now. She was doing like 80 damage, 90 damage. How much does it do now? 121. I think she is using the claws damage? 121. Okay, I'm gonna remove the claws from her. 300 damage. Oh yes, he got the new weapon that has like big caliber. So that was 121, chat. I need this science. It doesn't let you unequip it. So I'm gonna do the science differently then. Skills. She is... Oh... May... Claws 90. I'm gonna do nothing but attack as a wolf and see if claws go up. If they do, then it's worth it to keep shapeshifting. Oh, there's Space Astro Cat. This game is cool. It's amazing. We have been playing this game with MIDI music. Today I decided to try FM music just to see how different it sounds. But look at that little girl on the right. Look what she's going to do. She shapeshifts into a dog wolf. And then Tianran pulls out his recoilless gun. 300 damage. And the wolf just sits there. Okay, I guess I'm not doing anything. Yeah, it was full something. Something of full, I think it was called. The talismans are equipable but consumable, I think. Like you equip it and it gives you a few uses of whatever skill they have. Is that 300 damage normal or are we just critical every time? I think it's normal. Stone of Fools! Yeah, I think that was it. We were full to carry it. But we sold it, and it was sold for a good price, which makes me wish I had sold the Demon Orb. But I couldn't make it to the shop without dying, so... Thirsty Angel Orbs. She has so much agility, she always goes first. Big difference from before. She probably attacks more often as well. You know, the music is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun music, except for the squeaky music with FM chip. Zolfair loves it, I don't like it. The old man kept passing out in the way. Yeah, the old man didn't last a lot. I am listening. That 121 damage was... Oh, that 121 damage was a critical. Which means her normal damage is 81, so her normal damage with the wolf did not increase with the claws. So she's not using the weapon as a wolf, which is what I expected. It is what makes sense. But I want to do this entire thing without it, only as a wolf to see if claws stays at 90. That's the final confirmation we have. You can agree to disagree, but still jam. Yeah, I mean, it's not, the music is not horrible, but it took me a while to get used to the MIDI one. I don't like that one as much. I attacked with claws by accident.
Here we go, pal. I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I.
Good grief.
Yep. Zolfair, thank you so much for the Double Nice plus 38 gift subs gifted so far in my channel. That's a lot of support, and I have to keep doing math. I really appreciate all the support, my friend. It means a lot to me. And Space Astrocat, enjoy the ad reviewing and the emotes. There's no more scold and train whistles. Yeah, you would love that too, wouldn't you? Okay, because I used claws by accident, did the skill go up? No, not here. Status. No, okay. I didn't use it. Just once is not enough. For the old fluff. Ah yes, the old fluff. We have to... You guys know the story, right? We have to give him his... Have to take him in to take his injection once a month. And that's the thing that the vet told us to do. We try to postpone it as much as we can. Like push 1 week, push 1 or 2 weeks. You just have to pay attention. Because you know, the less he has to use it, the better, technically. We had been pushing it for like 1 or 2 weeks. 500 damage, that was a critical. We pushed it for like 2 weeks, postponing it, and then the other day he's starting to meow, to complain that he was getting back pains. He's that smart now. He vocalizes his need for an injection, even though he doesn't like taking the injection. I think part of him is understanding he kind of needs it. So yesterday we took him in. It's kind of like a quick procedure because like even though he doesn't want to go into the little cage, we have a system already where I grab him from behind and my wife comes from behind with the cage and we just lock his back legs in and I just release him, he slides down. He can't do anything about it. And then when you get there, like, I just dump the cat from the cage, because if I just open, he doesn't leave, so I have to incline the cage until he decides to dump out. And once it's done, when I put the cage back in, he just disappears inside immediately, because he knows we'll be coming back. That time he goes in the cage on his own. And it's funny because yesterday I dumped him out and I placed the cage back into the desk. And he was like, oh good, I can cheat. He just turned around and started to go inside and nope, that's for later. You stay here, take your injection, my man. Your cat is like that. Yeah, cats are awesome. And then today, because as soon as he gets his injection, his pain dissipates. And even though he's like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old and overweight, when he's not in pain, he runs and he jumps. So yesterday he went outside. He goes outside on a very supervised condition. Don't worry. We know that letting your cats out is not a good idea for their longevity. But he went outside yesterday and he hunted a bug and he caught the bug and he bought the bug inside the house. It's very unlike him. That means he's a healthy, pain-free cat. Oh, they cleaned out everything! That's so fancy! First time we came here, they cleaned out the man's body and now they cleaned out the robot debris. Wasn't even all at the same time. Man, whoever programmed that... Congratulations, I noticed. Yeah, they're all very good kitties. That music, for those of you who weren't here before, that music is for the boss room. There was a boss in there, it's gone. We killed it. Great prejudice. Express Battlefield Cleanup Service, very important, yes. I think they came along before to take the robot debris away, but it was like it had electricity going through it, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that to die out. I'll come back later. I'll check later, see if it has stopped spazzing." Like, Homei doesn't do as much damage, but because she has a lot of agility, she attacks often, so that kind of makes up for it. Alright, Sophia, have a safe trip. Man, Tianruan's gun is so fucking good. So much damage. Hello there, Mystic Thurish. Welcome in, my friend. You missed the sandwich discussion that happens every now and again. I like that part of the song, but we don't get there often. There's one more battle here, I think. Nope. I wanna check. I think that's good enough. Yeah, her claw skill is not... Okay, it makes sense. Like, her damage did not go up for equipping the claws. So I'm not going to do the battles as Dog Wolf, because I want to increase her skill with claws. We'll save that for like boss fights where we need the AoE. Good to be here, glad to have you here. Greetings from Saturday in Bali. What discussion did you miss? You know my theories on what is and what isn't a sandwich, right? We were just revisiting the sandwich argument. Oh, this is not a... Oh wait, there's more stuff down here. But I think this is not a big dungeon. I think that was like the exit into another town. I think I didn't have to go back. It's fine. Right, she's doing way less damage, but I have to increase her skill with claws so she can do more damage. Right, we're playing the long game here. I'm assuming Homei stays in the party. They wouldn't give you a level 1 to work through leveling up like that. They didn't intend her to stay. I think this is the main party. Except for Lee. Lee is a question mark. I remember I was thinking that was someone that might replace Homei. Maybe Lee joins the party. Is it a scene interesting to Sabrina plays majority Hindu? Wanted to show Barong dance yesterday. Barong from Shin Megami Tensei. Oh, they ripped off Shin Megami Tensei. Good grief. No, it's not a scene. Scene is a man-made construct. It's not a real thing. Status, skills. Her claw skill immediately went up. Yeah, she's not using her claws while shapeshifted. Alright, yeah, no, I think... Wait. Oh no, there is another exit here. Does that one lead to a town where I can... save, maybe? I have to check. We made a lot of progress today. We took Homei from level 1 to level 20. We fully equipped her, we upgraded Tianruan's gun, we killed a boss, we got another Daza statue. Very efficient video gaming right here. If it is majority Hindu, isn't that the thing where they don't eat beef? But do they still serve it for tourists? No, this is still inside the underground. I don't have a problem, like, if I travel to a place where they don't have meat, I wouldn't mind it, because that all it means is that everyone, all the other food is way better, because it has to be to make up for it. Like I've had, they had, I don't think they have it anymore, but we had a place here that sold like vegan shawarmas. Good lord, those were good and spicy, holy shit. They serve beef in restaurants. Rain dunk and beef satay are common menu items there. Usually for tourists, I would guess. Oh, then again, like if it is majority Hindu but not everyone and they are like reasonable people, there's... might as well, right? I know there are some religions that are like, I can't eat this and therefore no one else can. And that's bullshit. Main issue is that many historic Hindu sites have strict rules with the poor behavior of tourists. Tourists, right? Yeah, I get that. And I respect that. If it is necessary, it's necessary. There are a lot of Muslim tourists from the rest of Indonesia visiting here. Everyone gets along. Nice! Good to see that happening somewhere. Oh, loot! Super gloves! Still think... super gloves are gonna increase her... Hang on, the headgear is giving me... 9 defense... and 12 hit ratio. The electromagnetic ring is giving me 10 defense, so it's less interesting. But if I get the super gloves, oh, it increases my attack and my, oh, I might want the super gloves on Tianran though, because I'm not entirely sure the attack is going to matter for the wolf. I have to test it. I mean, it also increases defense, that's good for her. I had to buy super gloves for everyone else. Many Hindu and Buddhist sites here have a praying only on the sentence. To enter Hindu temple, you need to wear a certain sash like a local. Autocorrect mangles are always on purpose. Yeah, that happens a lot around here. Headgear, well, everyone has headgear. But yeah, I would definitely want super gloves to replace those rings on everyone. Turning to a wolf, I want to see if I can notice a difference in the damage. It does increase her damage, so it is good. Just doing like 50, I don't know. On these guys specifically, it was 81 on the previous ones, which is why I know 90 is definitely an upgrade. Alright, so this room is just for 2 pieces of loot, one of which is very good, so I'm glad I went there. What about the regular attack? It went up to 56, was 30 something, right? So yeah, good for her. I could just superpower Tianran, but the thing is, Homei will always be at 1, she needs a defense, 2, I want to spread the damage among my party in case someone can't attack. But third, Tianran sometimes has to stop attacking to heal others. So, like, he's the biggest source of damage right now, but I don't want to. put all my eggs in the TRN basket. Man, they're so close in levels now. 22, 22, 21. There's another loot item here. Mine dart. That's probably consumable. Angle grinder, Zofair, welcome back. Zofair made me laugh and wheeze for a solid minute earlier today. What did you say, Zofair? Hang on. Here, he wanted to say it. He liked the drums of the squeaky music. And instead he said he liked the Jones of the sneaky. He broke me. But giant robot tank there and we don't get to drive it. Yeah, it's disappointing. Man, the fact that she was at level 1 and she... New enemy? And she closed it that much. She's just one level behind. That's so good. Usually they remain like 4 or 5 levels behind the rest of the game. What is that? Sierva. If it bleeds, it dies. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Thunder barrier. I missed. Good going. One-shotted. Another mine dart. Does the manual mention mine darts? Mine dart causes a gigantic explosion that envelops everything. Yeah, it's a consumable. And if they're not gonna have a safe spot down here, I might have to consider going back right now. Because I might need to save and end it for today, unfortunately. It takes aim, like he'd opened the plate and there was like a little eye in there. It was so good. All of the sprites in this game have these unnecessarily amazing animations. My fear if I keep going is that I run into a boss and then I'm stuck on a boss fight for another 30 minutes. All of that for 12 damage. I think I'm stronger than I should be for this part of the game, which is good considering how much we suffered before. Which is one of the things that I like about this kind of game. Like, if you have patience, you can become OP. If you don't have fun becoming OP in the game, you don't have to. Try to rush through the stronger enemies, it's fine. Sometimes I do that. If you want to become OP, you can. Takes a bit of time, but it's doable. Man, I'm so worried. I don't think there's gonna be a safe spot down here. But then again, I don't think we're gonna find another boss that gives us a Daze statue. I think it's gonna be just a quick segment that we exit. Right? Not gonna give us 2 Daze statues in sequence. New enemy already. A Zako soldier. Luminous scatter shot. Boom. Flying dragon. Okay, these guys are doing damage. So this is another level of enemies. You see Mystic has joined you in the vegetarian. It has. It has blamed autocomplete as one does. And do I keep going? I think this is too big. I don't have time tonight for this. I barely have time to head back. Again, I have to wake up in 5 hours, maybe less. And it's for a serious thing. It's not like wake up early and go have fun. No, it's serious shit. Yeah, so it's still gonna take us a while, like almost 30 minutes just to head back to the safe spot. But still, this is good leveling and getting money. We do want that money to buy the upgraded armor. Might be able to bring that for the next running. Yeah, I might try. I'm probably gonna finish today over 20 hours. And that little eye. I think she's already doing more damage thanks to skill ups. Homeway with the claws. And 96. Moving up in the world. She caught up so nicely. Just like I said, it feels a lot better than having her gifted to us as a high level. Makes it more satisfying to level her up like that. They grow up so fast, yeah. She's level 22 like everyone else. She literally caught up. Can't even imagine how you make the experience curves work properly like that. You probably need to have some kind of bonus to make the lower levels catch up. You can't just rely on traditional level curves to do that. You have to be like the lower level you are, the more experience you get on top compared to the highest level one. So they do eventually all get to the same level. That's such a good system. I'm pretty sure it is in here. She will never ever in 100 years get to the same level as them. Either that or you lower their leveling up. Either way you... Oh, the thing is back? Did they go to the garbage and bring it back? No, put it back there. I think it might be a different place. Like in the code. Like if I go in there now, it's a different music? Yes, and then the robot is not there. So this place gets initialized differently depending on from where you come. Okay, I did say the programmer was very good for having it cleaned up in stages. No, the programmer just forgot to properly set it up. It just moved it, yeah. $240, lady? Excuse me? The little kid with the make-believe Wolverine cosplay parts is doing 240 damage? And she's fast, so she attacks more often. Well, that was a critical. Still. With how fast she attacks. I'm pretty sure this one time she attacked twice between Tian Ren's attacks. It is really good. And there are still like 3 claws that are better than that. Tian Ren is going to fall off near the end. Because we're focusing on guns and there's only one gun that is better than the one he has. It's Chi Blow, which is a gun that I might not use at all because it consumes magic, which means it's supposed to be used by him. Or maybe you have enough magic by the time you get to that weapon that it makes sense, but I don't know. But Tian Ren is kind of peaked on his damage. No, it's double what others are doing, so that makes sense. He just got there more quickly. You'll miss Cash looking at his flamethrower barrel, but the is awesome. Yeah. Cash. He sacrificed himself, the old fool. Very dramatic. It was Emerald Dragon that promised drama, though. We did have drama on Emerald Dragon. This, yes. This facepalm. We all understand. I'll try to skip those enemies if I can, but I did. Okay. Still gonna be enemies in the way, of course, but not a fan of avoiding enemies, but I think we've already killed more than we should for the leveling. What about the money? 25,000, that might be enough to... No, I don't think that's enough to buy 3 of the new armor. I think I'm gonna do the next segment without buying the armor. Although we can, because we can sell the armor we have. I need to check who can equip it, if everyone can equip the new armor. Let me go up there. Let me check the... Oh, it's gonna be in the way anyway. But I think if we sell the armor we have, we can buy armor for everyone. Because everyone is equipping titanium. No, a Meihong is equipping a Vortexer, but I still think the other one is better. And Tian Ren could be equipping something else and isn't. Oh, that's the Protect boots we had left over. I'm glad I didn't sell them. Made a mistake. Here comes Zofair's favorite music of all time. So, Laminar armor. It's better than Titanium. I don't know if it's better than Vortexer, and I don't know if everyone can equip it. So, I figured that out. It's not better than Vortexer. It also reduces agility, so I might not want it for May. I might not want it for anyone. I already bought it, so I'm gonna keep it for 10 rand, but... I want to... you know, maybe it makes sense for her. Because she needs more defense, because she has less defense in general. And she can counteract the effect of the... She has plus 10 agility, so if I equip it on her, it just nullifies that. And I think that makes sense, actually. But I'm only gonna buy one for her. Yeah, so fair. Actually dodging the NPCs, like they have the dots to avoid that, like, yeah. And it's very easy to run into them. Because you don't have to press a button to talk, you just touch them. You see, it's so easy, and these are the guys who love the fact that they're only men in here. It's the most manly place that exists. They fucking love it, how manly it is. Staying the night, yes. I like how the prices don't change, so it's still 10 bucks, which is nothing. We can sleep for weeks on killing one enemy. And then we save here, and for safety I'm gonna save it on a second slot just in case. Give the emulator time to dump the save on the device. I haven't had any problems with that, but you never know. But yeah, with all of that, I'm gonna stop the timer here. We just went over 20 hours. And I'm excited to keep playing. I'm not tired at all. 20 hours of this game is nothing. There are games where you go for like 10 hours and you can't stand it anymore. Games you go for 5 hours and you're like, why doesn't it end? This has been going for 20 hours and I'm fine. I wouldn't mind another 20 hours, which is likely considering we have half the statues. But yeah, I have saved the game, I have stopped the timer, we'll come back to this game tomorrow.